It's not about having more time, it's about what changed in my mindset. A few months ago, I said I couldn't balance calisthenics and running. My desk job made hybrid training feel impossible. But since coming back from Spain, something's changed. I've fallen back in love with running, and now I'm running more than ever. So, how am I squeezing it all in without being burnt out? That's what I'll share in this video. The biggest shift I made was sleep. I now try super hard to go to bed earlier so that I'm not fighting my body's natural desire to sleep in the mornings and I can actually get out of bed. This means that I can start work a little bit earlier and ensure I have the whole lunch hour to dedicate to my run. I wasn't doing this before, and I'd use my lunch hour to cook and eat, and the whole hour has gone, and my motivation. Of course, there are sacrifices. I'm being a little bit less social, and I've even started eating dinner earlier so that I don't go to bed with a full stomach. Before, I'd be going to bed at the appropriate time, but I wouldn't fall asleep because I was just so full and uncomfortable. Small tweaks, but they've made a massive difference. And don't worry, I still train 3 to 4 calisthenic sessions a week with the same intensity, and my body's handling it pretty well. My issue with hybrid training was never the recovery, it was always the time. That's why it felt unsustainable before. If you want to see the full video where I explained why I originally struggled with hybrid training, I'll link it for you. Just to be clear, I don't run every lunch break that I have from work. It's just that I never used to use that time to do some exercise, and that's how I've managed to squeeze my running and calisthenics. I don't feel burnt out, and then when the weekend comes and I have a little bit more time, sometimes I may do this.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to run 15 kilometers. I feel so good. It's those endorphins really kicking in now because I've already done 10k, and that's been the average the average distance of my runs since the marathon in April earlier this year. And I feel so good. So I wasn't expecting to run this far, and also I just woke up really early this morning and I didn't have time to eat. I just really fancied a run. It means that I'm running fasted. The last time I ate was yesterday, 6 p.m. It's not cringe to film. I can still run the residential streets because no one is awake, or very few people are awake. Finished my run now, and there's more people about and stuff. So I can't really film without finding it a bit cringe in public. Oh, someone's coming. The last time I ate was yesterday, 6 p.m. And I had I just shared a plate of these chicken Korean nuggets. They're really yummy. But I woke up about 7:30, was feeling sorry for myself in bed, and I thought, you know what? It's Sunday, there'll be less people out. It'll be like going for a run in Spain, except colder. And I thought, why not? And I got my bottle filled up again because the water fountain was working in the park for once. I only brought half a litre of water, but there was a fountain in the park I was running in, so got to fill it up. You can't just finish your run and then walk home, which is why I tend to run to my house because it is quite cold in London, unlike in Spain. And I feel a bit of a hypocrite because I just made a video of why hybrid training isn't for me. And then I go to Spain for a week and I don't have access to a gym apart from doing a few handstands and floor bodyweight exercises at the beach. So I think, let's just go for a few runs. It's nicer in Spain because there's just less people and the roads are wider, so cars don't tend to get in your way. And then I've just caught the running bug again. And here I am in London. I've been here for a couple of weeks in Spain and just been sprinkling some runs when I can, especially during my lunch times in the middle of work, on the days I work. And then today, randomly on the weekend, which I never tend to do, but I woke up early enough. It's also making me think, should I book myself another half marathon?
The other big change? Well, I've let go of the pressure I used to put on myself. I always thought a run only counted if it was a longer run where I felt like I'd really challenged myself. So for me, that was either doing a long run, anything above 15 kilometers, or doing a run shorter than 15 kilometers, but at a pace that was pushing me and faster than the natural pace where I felt comfortable running. And of course, it's great to push yourself. As an athlete, I'm a massive advocate for it, but it's not good if every single run was a run that I was pushing myself, either in pace or distance.
This was my longest run, like I said, 15 kilometers. But a few of these like 6 to 10 kilometer runs in my lunch break at work, because I feel like I want to and I can. I don't feel obliged, and I've got the love of running back, you know? They don't smell. I always stop and smell the flowers. But I feel I've got my love of running back, and I go for these, in my head, they're slightly shorter runs. I used to do like big mammoth ones between, 18 to 28 kilometers, but now I don't have to, and I can just do as much as I want. And it feels really good. I don't feel at the moment it's taken away from my calisthenics training, but obviously the moment it does, that's my priority, that's like number one. But at the moment, it's great having lots of energy.
My primary goal with running is that I find it fun, and so in order to do that, it feels so much better to release myself of this pressure. Now I'm happy running my 6 to 10 kilometer runs that fit perfectly into my little lunch break, and if I keep it at the shorter side, I even get to enjoy a shower a little bit longer before I have to go back to work in the afternoon. I don't obsess over pace anymore either. Running slower means I can run more often, recover well, and actually look forward to my runs. I reduce the barriers to a run so that even as the weather is shifting and it's getting colder and rainier, I can still get outdoors and get it done. Running doesn't have to be your first love or your first sport. You can still have other interests and include it in your life. Maybe I can do this hybrid thing after all. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you enjoy hybrid training, or is it not for you? And if you do, how do you balance an endurance sport like running with strength work, whether it's calisthenics or lifting, while also juggling work and life? If you found this helpful or relatable, hit that like button. It really helps my little channel. And if you're into calisthenics, running, or just figuring out how to balance fitness with a busy life, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Ciao!